People ask all the time, yeah, but you can only buy residential or single family properties the way you guys buy on terms. 100% incorrect. I bought my own building, mixed use building in Rhode Island through owner financing, have done sub twos, have done multifamilies. Any asset class can and should be purchased, owner financing, sub two, or lease purchase. And quite frankly, if you look in some of the old books from like the Vanderbilts and other wealthy families, prior to banking, owner financing was being done. So it's not a new thing. In this high six call you're about to watch, a short clip from it, one of the students came up. See, on these associate calls, it's live deals pretty much all the time. One of the students, Adam, who couldn't be on video, he had tough connection, so he's on the audio line, you'll see. He asked about what he thought was a pretty complex deal, but it's not that complex. It's a mixed use building. The sellers can't sell it. There's a reason why, reasons why, you'll hear that. And we walk through the numbers just so you can get sort of, A, can you do it with mixed use and other asset classes? Yes. B, how do the numbers work? Like, how would you compensate the owners? This particular gentleman has debt on it and a big piece of equity left, but he can't sell it. And so we're an ideal person to solve that challenge, right? For sure. Enjoy the clip. If you have not explored yet the apprentice program, jump over after this video to 3paydaysapprentice.com. That's the number 3paydaysapprentice.com, and check it out. It is by far the most value, the most effective thing that we've ever done in our community. And just so you can see it, it's free for all levels in our company, and it's free with the apprentice. But just so you can see how cool it is, go to smartrealestatecoach.com/ITT bootcamp. That is a game changer. Hope to see you at one of them soon. Enjoy this video clip. Adam, you had a deal I thought we had to go over, no?
I've talked to a seller this morning, and I talked to him first 6 months ago. It's a complicated deal in that he's got two incomes on the property. So he's got a residence that's 2,000 square feet and a commercial space up front for 1,000, and two apartments that he uses for rentals for nurses, traveling nurses.
Are these separate buildings?
That are fully furnished.
Detached?
No, it's all one big old building, big brick building.
Okay, so in the brick building, there's two apartments, a main residence, and then a business?
Yep.
Okay, go ahead.
And the structuring thing that I would love to talk through on this call is when we're working on his monthly payment, we're talking, I'm just going to say 950 to $1 million. He started at like 1.4, and the realtors had it for 4 years and couldn't get rid of it.
Okay.
So basically, the market has spoken. It's not worth that to the traditional market.
Yep. So did you leave with him? And well, let me just get a couple questions, and I'm sure Rusty has some.
Go ahead.
What's the source wasn't expired? I'm assuming it's been that long. And what's the reason for selling?
Yes, they're 74 years old and they're done. They want to be done.
And are they at the property, or they rent the entire property out?
They get that 2,000 is their living.
Yeah. Okay.
The 2,000 square feet.
Okay. I just want to know the background. Any questions, Rusty, before we go numbers? Okay. Nope. So go ahead. Hit us with the questions, Adam. I just want to get the picture in my brain.
Yep. No, the questions are to structure the exit. We've talked about this hypothetically, but I've never gotten brass tacks because their monthly payment on $1 million's right around between 3,000 and 4,000. Okay. But you're bringing in additional income.
Yeah.
More than that. How do I structure whether we do a lease purchase, owner finance, all that? How do we structure that payment for the 24, 36 months?
Okay, good question. I think I'd isolate his payment. How much is owed on this?
$450.
Okay, so he's got a crap load of equity too.
Yes, he does. Yeah.
Well, did you ask the question, if I do owner financing and you got your number that you haven't gotten the market in 1 million months, what's the least you could take monthly?
Yes. And I hate to say this, the short answer reply was they've never had to do that math. And I said, you need to do that math in order to help me move forward and get you the number that we need.
What's the property cash flow on the other 3 units after you take his house out of the picture, his residence?
Approximately the monthly payment between 3 and 4, depending on occupancy levels and a little
Right.
repair and maintenance or turnover.
Yeah. Okay. So after you hear back from this gentleman, this couple,
Yes.
and what they think, then you got to come
Yeah.
back to the drawing board. My knee jerk goes to they're probably gonna want something monthly.
Yes.
Yep. And he's breaking even now without renting his residence out to a tenant
Correct.
buyer. So I see a huge potential.
Yeah.
I want to hear his number first to then my brain goes to, it's not like cut and dry leases and buildings. So my brain goes to, there's gonna be a set number for the 2,000 foot residence. What's that number first?
Yes.
What did you
Right
know?
now, you could rent it. Yes, right now you could rent it around in the area. You're around 12 to 1,500.
12, 1,300?
Yep.
Okay. So my brain goes to I'm just off the cuff. My brain goes to,
Yes.
that's yours. And then as part of the owner financing deal, you give them a percentage of the net on everything else. You can't lose, and not really, nor can he. And you're taking care of the mortgage.
Yep.
So he's cash flowing the piece of the profit every month. It's hard I'm winging the numbers here, Adam, but it sounds like if he's just
I'm with you.
breaking even when he's full.
Correct. That's the hard part for me to try to find a number for them. So, and for them to get a number.
Well, I'm kind of back to something different though now. If you were him, this would be my conversation. Okay, I ran the numbers based on what I have right now. I'm just going to wing it.
Yeah.
In the
Yeah.
numbers, your building takes care of your mortgage and your expenses. So there's
Mhm.
nothing in it for me to give you something monthly. However, I can close and act quick, and my profit would be in the back residence where you are right now, Mr. and Mrs. Seller. And then
Mhm.
have a balloon for no interest and no payments. How long can you wait for the rest of that money if you're getting it all? Because just by
And
the
I'm
math
taking care of the
I
payment.
scribbled down, I'm not seeing a big monthly left.
That's correct. Yep.
Okay, so this is actually pretty simple. Based on your
Very.
numbers, I can give you the blank price. I'll pay the payments on your behalf on the 450 or whatever it is, and
Mhm.
on it before 48 months, 60, whatever, you'll get the balance of your equity, every penny of it. He hasn't been able to sell in a long time.
Correct.
That's what my brain goes.
There. Okay. So the one time I did bring this up when we went through this exercise, they still haven't got me that number. The monthly amount is where they're going. Like they have nowhere to go. So they're going to go live with his daughter in Fort Wayne.
Yep.
And maybe find a place. So they have the no income thing is basically why they backed off the first time.
Yeah.
That was 6 months ago, just so you know.
Yeah, I would probably structure, I don't know if this couple's going to want to do a sub 2, but if not, do you know the underlying mortgage? Is it a commercial note?
It is not. It was not
Regular
designed that way.
residential note.
Correct.
Fixed?
Yes.
Okay, so I'd find out the interest rate if you don't know, but if it's fixed and there's no 5-year renewal commercial note, I'd keep
Nope.
pursuing.
Okay.
Now, during the process, if Joe Buyer comes in, let's take this to the next level.
Yep.
Joe Buyer comes in and wants that back house. In order for them to take over the whole building and you to relinquish that, they got to have a pretty good down payment, obviously, a couple $100,000.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I don't know. I'm not thinking of anything else right now. Ruskell?
I had to go to the restroom quick. I came in mid.
Oh, sorry. All right.
That's all right. So the last thing I have for you to throw a curveball is if that the monthly that's covered, it's not covering their mortgage. It would be covering the monthly income. It's roughly $1,000 a piece. Your $3,500 is their income. So that would cover the mortgage payment moving forward. Their mortgage payment currently it covers it with extra. So that's where the extra would come that I would pay them. That was my proposal.
I'm confused on the very back end of that. So their mortgage now, I thought was 3 or 4 grand, and their income was 3 or 4 grand. What changed?
No. That's the monthly payment for a mortgage at $1 million.
Oh no, I want to know his
There-
payment on the 450.
Yeah, his payment is right around $1,500.
My goodness
So
gracious.
that's where the spread is.
Okay, now it's totally different. So now you do have about 1,000 or 1,500 in
Yep.
income there, maybe potentially. So you can say to him, "Hey, no interest, no payments on this remaining balance, but towards that, I will give you X percent of my net every month."
Yep.
I don't know, maybe 25%. I don't know. We'll have to look at the numbers. And it goes
I'll do
towards.
the math. Yeah. Awesome. Okay. Perfect. That's all I needed.
Okay, this deal totally changed because I thought it was a break even. You told us.
Well, it was break even moving forward. That's where I was struggling. So as I'm moving forward, I didn't have any other way to.
That's why you're
For the
saying
new
Joe
buyer to
Buyer
come
hasn't
in.
come
Yeah.
forward yet because of
There
that.
you go.
factor.
Yep, that's it.
All right, I'm with
Yes,
you.
sir.
And your explanation to him is that's been plaguing you, but we give people a path. We give them more time. They can put them on down. They will get financing towards the end of the path.
Perfect. Yep, that's what I told him. He's ready to go. So I just got to make the numbers work.
All right, please make sure we're seeing those, Rusty and I, before you submit anything. And then I guess my other question is, what's this place zoned? Because I'm worried about Matthew's our buyer. He comes in,
Yep.
4 or 5 years from now, he's going to get financing. And what's the zoning here?
Yep, mixed use. It's commercial residential, so
So
We're
he
good.
can do exactly what he's doing there now.
100% legal. Yep.
Okay, so the bank's probably going to require, based on their credit, depending on the credit, 25 to 35% down, though.
Exactly. Yep.
Not just a regular jumbo deal at 20. In my opinion, most banks, you can shop it, you might get a local. I'm just saying, when you're setting this buyer up, let's make sure we're setting up to win. That's all I'm saying.
100%. Yep.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, you bet. Keep us posted now that I got all that gobbledygook in my head.
Perfect.
Good deal.